Hello, welcome back. As you can see, we're here with some more Gunfire Reborn. It's been a little while since I've uploaded this. However, I've played it a ton, as you can probably see from my level here. We are max level now. We've got a lot unlocked in this game, pretty much everything we can. But I think it'll be a little bit easier for me to do recordings now that it's like something that I can play without having to like think too hard about what I'm going to say about it. So we're going to give this another shot at going over really what this game has to offer, because I kind of was just experiencing it the first time that I played it, whereas now I have a grasp of like what it really entails. So we're going to hop right in. Open up our first chest here, see what we get. So I'm going to take the Crimson Fire Scale. Cat is by far, the Crown Prince is by far my favorite character to play. Mainly because the biggest, like, thing, or I guess my favorite way to play this game is around elements. So I like to, like, leverage the strength of applying elements to enemies and getting element fusions, as they call them. Which are basically when you have more than one element on the same enemy at the same time, they do different things. So there's miasma, which is corrosive and electric, which causes them to take damage over time directly to their health. There's fire and electric, which causes them to like get confused, so they'll attack each other. And then there is also corrosive and fire, which causes explosive damage, which is just like little bits of instant burst damage. But the reason why I like Cat so much is because he has grenades that have 100% chance to apply corrosion, which can kind of be tough to come by sometimes just in the game in general. So having that guaranteed is very nice. And so, like here, what are you doing up there? Come on down. If we apply the corrosion to him and then hit him with fire, he'll take extra burst damage. We are going to pick that up. We'll recycle that. See what this chest has. Got Genesis. 20% chance to add to the magazine. That's nice. And obviously his little snare is nice too, but Cat's main strengths come from his ability to leverage corrosive more than anything else. Let's check out this vault here. I am thinking about potentially streaming this because I think that might be a better kind of environment for the game. So I don't know which platform I want to try yet, whether I want to do Twitch or YouTube. I'm kind of inclined to start with YouTube, but I'm not sure. I might do Twitch. So if I do decide, I'll link my Twitch down in the description anyways, but if I do decide to start streaming this, that's probably where it'll be. This is like a wave room, so there's all sorts of enemies in this one. But we've also got a chest, a peddler over there, and we might have a vault up top. We gotta check. Alright. Last wave. Did I hear beetles? No thank you. Alright, and that's it. I do not want a talisman. Thank you. Oh, we got a crafter too. Is there a vault up top? Yes, there is. We'll grab a scroll. Vindictive nature. More damage when we get hit. Sounds good. We'll check out what the peddler has. Peddler can sell all sorts of stuff, including the... what do you call them? Scrolls. Demon lore we just unlocked. I might actually grab this because I just recently unlocked this weapon. And its effect is pretty interesting. Increased weapon damage on every critical hit, resets on reload. So if you can... get one of these later on in the game, and you can make it so you don't have to reload your weapon, which there are ways to do that. This could be a stupid powerful submachine gun. It's very accurate too, which is nice. I didn't realize how many shots it has in the clip. Very nice. Where's the boss at? Show me. There he is. Is it gonna be Capri? No. Horse head. Oh, that was weird. He like snapped to me when I hit him with my my stun. There we go. Very nice. Not bad at all. This weapon feels alright. Nothing crazy. I suppose we'll get Lone Ranger. Gives us a little bit of extra lucky shot damage when we're further away. I don't know how much we'll benefit from that right now, but maybe later on. So if you are playing this game and playing Cat, Acid Dominance is definitely a pretty interesting skill to build into. It kind of seems lackluster at first, especially if you're using like a lightning weapon or a fire weapon. Why would you increase your acid damage? But it's really the last level of acid dominance that makes it so good. So the final like upgrade makes it so that every 3 seconds when you proc a crit on an enemy, it will hit or it will cause them to like explode in a little cloud of acid. So you can basically apply acid to enemies even if you're not using your grenades or an acid weapon, which again, like we talked about before, is pretty important for doing damage, especially in the later game. I'm going to take immunity to slows. I like that a lot. Alright, he's done. Go ahead and take these guys out. Demon Lord does feel pretty good. Ow. Alright, that is it, huh? Didn't see anything special up there. We do not need this. Hello, friends. Alright, we can get rid of that. Pupil's actually a really solid weapon. But I'm not super interested in it right now. I try not to get too married to any of my weapons, like, before getting out of this first area, because Gemini inscriptions on the weapons are so important. So I'm gonna have to get rid of all these weapons in the future anyways. What do you got? Sure. We'll go ahead and take that, and nothing else I really need here. Take good and evil. That'll be about it. I don't need to upgrade. We have plenty of damage for this boss. Good old Luwu. Good damage. Let's see if he stays down here with us. Oh yeah, when we start hitting like consistent crits, this Demon Lord does ridiculous damage. I'm curious how much extra damage you get, like, per hit. Oh boy. I hate justice. Alright. This is pretty solid, actually, the scalpel. So we'll pick that up. Change that to double fire. We don't need the Shrieker. I don't want justice, so we'll keep our demon lore. And rate of fire would actually kind of be nice since both of our weapons are full auto right now. So we'll go ahead and pick that up. Alright. Stage 2. Ow. Also, another simple but unintuitive, I guess, tip about Cat is, like, if you're throwing your grenades at something, don't, like, throw it at the monster. You want to throw it at the ground because it'll, like, bounce on the monster and it'll take longer to explode. Bye-bye. Alright, what else we got here? Anything? We got a chest. Looks like that's probably it. Give one a cult scroll and we get a luxurious box. That could be kind of nice. I don't really care about no retreat because I never really run out of grenades. And what do we got? Hidden treasure, so we just get more copper now. And other various supplies. Cool, cool. So now that we've reached stage 2, so basically like all of the different environments are stages. So we're in those like catacombs for the first stage. The desert here is stage 2. And so once you get to stage 2, depending on how like leveled up your character is, I gotta sneeze so bad, and it's gonna blow my face. Excuse me. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Once you reach stage 2, depending on how like leveled up you are, you have the ability to etch inscriptions onto your weapon. That's something you can buy in your talents tree. And once you've reached stage 2, you can actually etch Geminis onto weapons. So even though... What was that? Even though you can... or even though the weapons don't drop, like the next weapon I find, I can show you. Even though the weapons don't drop with Gemini inscriptions, you can etch them on. So this is arguably one of the more important stages for setting up your mid to late game, because in this game, like, it's kind of weird how you can hang on to a weapon for a very long time. Like, just because you find a weapon in the second stage doesn't mean it won't serve you into the end game. It's kind of strange. So like, as you can see, like, these weapons don't have any... They have normal inscriptions, which are green. They have rare inscriptions, which are purple. They can also drop with orange inscriptions, which are legendary, but they'll never have Gemini inscriptions already on them. But since I can etch weapons, I can put them on there. Man, both Magic Watch and Lightning Shard are pretty nice. If I could cause myself to be in shock, that would be really, really good. I don't really need Magic Watch. I'm going to take Lightning Shard, because if we can set ourselves... If we can if we get, what's it called? Lightning Enthusiast, we'll be able to reliably set ourselves on into shock. Both of these weapons are slapping right now. Oh, he just insta-died. Alright. Whoa. And so currently we are on... This is Elite difficulty. So this is the second difficulty that you unlock. And my goal for the near future here is basically going to be to try... Oh my god, this thing shreds. And work my way up through Reincarnation 8. That is the hardest difficulty with the most health and damage multipliers for the enemies. As well as the most fun loot to play around with. Because stuff starts to get a little bit crazy at that point. When killing an enemy... Nah, I'm good. Don't really want either of those. But so yeah, if I do decide to stream this game, that will be the short-term goal, basically. Because as you move up in the difficulties in this game, it very much so becomes based on like your movement and where you're positioning yourself and keeping cover between you and the enemy. So it's a lot of fun for sure. But I wanted to take this opportunity to kind of talk through the game a little bit and obviously not tax my brain cells too much with trying to commentate over content that's pushing me to the limit. Alright, we got ourselves a vault here. This thing is starting to lack a little bit. Our demon lore. Ow. There we go. We're getting, so you can see some of the numbers that we hit there are purple. And that indicates a certain like level of lucky shot. So you can crit enemies in this game just by hitting them in their weak spot, but you can also get lucky shots, which are additional multipliers on top of just your normal damage that you do, whether it's a crit or not. And that's like really where the damage comes from in this game. If you're doing lucky damage, that's how you're shredding. We are doing so much damage with this pistol right now, or I think it's technically a submachine gun. I'm curious if for larger enemies like that, oh my god, Hawkeye sight too, so this is going to give us, so we've already got 4x crit on this, we grab that, puts us up to 6x. We're getting extra lucky shot whenever you hit an enemy. Refresh the duration, yeah, so we just have constant lucky shot chance with this. Maybe we'll go for a different build. I normally go for elemental based builds. But maybe we'll go for, what do we have? The additive effect is double while in decay. Okay, so Decay Diver is actually pretty good. Or Decay Driver. I guess we don't have to double up on that. Because Giant Slayer is really solid too. I don't think we'll need the extra 2 damage. Yeah, so we might not go into our normal elemental build, which consists of getting an electric weapon and a fire weapon to then basically like share their elemental effects through the Gemini so that we're doing all 3 types of damage when we shoot. But I might go for like an increased fire rate build or like a really big mag build or something like that instead. Or maybe we'll just go with like 1 element instead of all 3. Or 2, I guess, 2 elements instead of all 3. Don't need that. Don't need this. 50% lucky shot chance on crit. I mean, we have to crit now anyways because we do less damage if we don't. I'm going to go with a chain duration. Because, excuse me, because we're so dependent on hitting our crits right now that we kind of have to be critting or else we're not doing any damage, so extra freeze duration will help. Oh, uh-oh. Just kicked over my heater. Oh man, I might have to grab it. There we go. We got it back up. Oh, it turned off though. There we go. All right. Those things' heads are so tiny. I wonder why he died back there. That was weird. So I definitely didn't shoot him. Oh, didn't quite kill you. Whoa! They actually just updated this game as well, so the cat has gotten some additional balances, and they added a new pathway later in the game, as well as, what else did they do? They made a bunch of balances, or a bunch of changes to the enhanced scrolls, which show up in the reincarnation levels. We won't see any of this playthrough. Ooh, my eyeball. Alright, what do we got? It's kind of garbage. What do we actually have on this? So we have extra crit. Wow. Weapon reloaded while unequipped. Oh, there it was. After killing 5 enemies, bullets will home into nearby enemies' weak points. That's what I didn't recognize. So one of my stray bullets after killing one of those enemies just hit hit that worm in his weak spot for his entire health bar. We'll go more fire rate. I'm still looking for an advanced depot, which will make it so we don't have to reload anymore. Although I guess we don't really need that. It would definitely be nice. Because we don't have a demon lore anymore. Although if we could find a demon lore, that would also be sick. Alright, we got a parkour room. Oh, it's not quite the parkour one. This is just like the obstacle challenge, whatever you want to call it. So there's an extra chest in this room. It's right up here because you can go back there as well. Ouch. Random weapon, replace a normal inscription. We could actually do that on our pistol, because it would just auto reload when unequipped. Yeah, we're not really using that right now. Plus 10% lucky shot for every 10% ammo consumed. My goodness, this is like... This submachine gun is nothing but lucky shot. Corrosion enthusiast. Ooh, that's actually pretty good too. We get a ton of movement speed and a ton of damage reduction, but we just get a ton of damage off of this. Man, I really... Alright, we're gonna grab merciless combo. We might see the enthusiast later. Did we get the... Yeah, we already got decayed driver, so we are faster anyways when we hit things with decay. That was weird. My bullets are like... I think my bullets were trying to go to his weak spot, but they like were pulling towards his stomach. I can't tell if that was really strange. Replace a normal inscription, reroll all inscriptions. I mean, what if we reroll all inscriptions on something that is like such a low level? Okay, yeah, that's not worth it. I forgot we still had this thing. Actually, I shouldn't reload it. I don't plan on using it, so there's no reason to waste the ammo. So yeah, if you're playing cat, I basically start like every engagement with a grenade. And grenades have pretty large radius, so you can, or like diameter, so you can hit like enemies that are up on top of ledges and like up on top of buildings and stuff. By like I can hit him by throwing it on the ground instead of trying to like bounce it up there with him. All right, what do we got here? Corrosion Shrieker, definitely don't need that. Don't need this scalpel. Ours is better. What level is ours? It's only level 3 still. We should probably level it up. Leveling up weapons isn't like super important, but if you're gonna stick with something for a long time, it can definitely be nice. Because all the weapon like upgrades are on like a linear scale, so it just increases by a small numeric amount every time you upgrade, and it always after a certain after like level 6, it always costs the same amount. So it's kind of like your last resort when it comes to increasing your damage. This auto crit is like kind of nice. Oh my gosh. Until it turns off. Until the aimbot turns off. Then I look like a potato again. It would be nice to be doing fire damage with this, so we probably should still look for like a decent fire weapon. And then we can put the Gemini inscription on it. We need to take the sniper out. There we go. We got one guy back here. Alright. We do not need Thunderclap. This weapon is doing crazy damage for us. We're actually hitting... Okay, Acid Dominance is solid. This is also really good, though. But Acid Dominance, if we can get Acid Dominance done, then we don't even need our grenades. I forget what I was saying now. Fire Enthusiast. We don't have Fire Shard. We only have Lightning Shard and Corrosion Shard. When you inflict burning, you inflict it on yourself. Fire damage causes lifesteal. I guess we'll pick it up. Ooh, and Piercing Flame would be really solid if we want to work on a Gemini. No, don't reload that. So we can get rid of this demon lore. So this is what I was talking about. So at the bottom here, you can see etch. So I can etch a Gemini inscription onto these weapons, and now that they share, like here it's combining their mags and giving them rate of fire, but we want to switch that to weapon 1 and 2 share elemental advantages. So then we just have to change them on both of these until they match, and now our scalpel will have 40% chance of dealing burning damage. So that should be real nice for this fight. We will enhance a couple times, get a little extra damage. And now we fight the Wind God. Oh yeah, that's some good damage, and we didn't even hit his crit. Oh, there it is. Easy peasy. It doesn't look like we got a fire weapon, so I'm kind of glad that we made those changes to our build when we did. We get lifesteal through this item, but we take a lot more damage. We're gonna pick it up for now. We might need to drop it if we feel like we're taking too much damage, but I'd like to hang on to it if I can, for sure. We'll heal up, head on through. So this is stage 3. So this is where weapons start to drop with Geminis already on them. And so basically, like, I view this level as kind of a... You should already have decent weapons at this point, and if you don't, you're going to be in trouble. But there's a chance that you can, you know, find something quite useful in here. And at the same time, if you are, you know, ahead of the curve and you already have nice weapons, you can potentially find something to just put you over the edge. So it's also just a sick map. All the catfish men. We do have to be careful here though, because we did just pick up that last item that causes us to take 50% more damage. So we do have a lot of lifesteal though, because between, what was it? So this has given us lifesteal 3%, and then the fire enthusiast, fire damage causes 2% lifesteal. So I don't really know how to interpret that. Some of the items in this game are a little hard to like understand exactly what their true meaning is. I read that as when I'm burning, I like basically gain the ability of 2% lifesteal, but I don't know if that's actually what it means. Oh boy, we got a boss. Elite Kappa. Come here. Oh, okay. Well, that was not a problem at all. Don't need the strike wing, don't need the rainbow. In between inscriptions and elements, I mean, that's basically everything in this game. If you don't have good inscriptions or you're not utilizing the elements, you're going to be in for a rough time. We do have a vault in here. We also have a chest. Oh my gosh, we're just like insta-critting everything when we get a couple kills. I haven't really used this skill or this inscription much, but this is amazing. Yikes, when we don't crit though, we do no damage. I don't really want to throw this grenade. Alright, there we go. I think we're just going to keep leveling this thing up. So we go from 82 to 88, so that's 6, and then 88 to 94. Yeah, so, excuse me, the level, the weapon, like, upgrades, level upgrades, or whatever you want to call them, it's always at, like, a set amount, so investing really, really heavily in a weapon, like, just to get the level up isn't always the best. Wow, this is nuts, this auto crit. But yeah, it's not always the best to just dump a bunch of resources into leveling up your weapon, because you could potentially spend them elsewhere better, like waiting for another weapon to drop with better inscriptions, and then like spending that money on rerolls for the Gemini or something like that. All right, 10% lucky shot. Like this one, for example, this reads plus 50% elemental effect chance upon hitting an enemy. But why would you need 500% elemental effect chance? I mean, maybe that's saying like 500% of 20%. But just like with lucky shot chance actually kind of means lucky shot damage. So like it's hard to know exactly what things are talking about sometimes. But this would actually be a really solid weapon if you were going for, I guess you could say like the tri-Bridding build, right? If you were going shock, decay, and burning, because this has plus 50% weapon damage for decay and shock, enemies with decay and shock effect on it. So this is really solid. Fire Dragon in general is pretty good. Its biggest downfall is it doesn't have much range, so it's not very good, especially for the third boss, the boss of this stage, depending on which one you get. But definitely a solid weapon. I use that a lot. What do we got? I don't really need flowing time. Improved clip would be okay. Elemental convergence is probably what's up, though. I mean, maybe not. It gives us, like, extra damage based on how many people around us are hit with an elemental effect. So that, like, sorta matters, but not really. Because if we're going to be, especially if we're applying an elemental effect with our weapon, they're going to be dead. Reroll inscriptions. Yeah, see, we don't have anything to reroll on this anymore. This is a really kitted out weapon. This scalpel's ridiculous. Alright. We'll grab our next ascension. Yeah, we'll have enemies explode when we kill them. And I can't remember if we hit that crafter or not, but like I said, it doesn't really matter all that much, so I'm not even worried about it. Gonna worry about it. I thought he was gonna spawn little lanterns underneath him. Oh boy. Yeah, see, like, we have to crit enemies. Or else we just take all of the numbies. Is that a demon lore? It is. 30% weapon damage against elites and bosses. Chance to recover 50% ammo. See, demon lore could be really, really good. But it's just not gonna do more damage than what we got right now. If this particular scalpel wasn't so kitted out, I would definitely pick that up, but it's just not the play of this game. Ow. Rude. Right. Got another vault here. Boss vault. No, thank you. What do we got? Uh-oh, we got a Larry. Wait, no, that's not the boss. Where's the boss? Ah, there he is. Catfish warrior. Where is your crit, sir? There it is. We don't need either of these, so that's just extra gold for extra copper for us, rather. Deadly counter is pretty good. Blazing hoop, we don't really need. Ooh, brief respite actually could be pretty solid. But I think we're gonna grab deadly counter because it is really important that we are landing crits. So that'll allow us to crit wherever we hit the enemy after taking damage for so many seconds. And I wonder if we're constantly taking damage from this fire. So that's, yeah, actually, if you look at the bottom of the screen, well, I might be blocking it. You can see it like right next to my other shoulder. Anyways, when we kill an enemy, we cause burning to ourselves, which does damage to us. And that causes the respite to proc. So we basically have permanent auto, like permanent weakness hits or crits anywhere we hit the enemy, which is nice. We're not doing any lightning damage, so we don't really need that. I guess we can get the smoke grenade upgrade, or we'll just get this freeze radius increase. That's kind of nice too. We can go ahead and level up our scalpel a bit more, up to 112 weapon damage. Or what, did it actually get to 112? Yeah. Whoa. No thanks on the Ghost Shock. Wow, this ability that we have to not only crit whenever we get hit and also hit ourselves, but then the auto like targeting feature on this scalpel is, this combo is just nutty. I mean, we are just shredding everything we, oh! everything we encounter. As long as we hit it in the crit spot. At least twice. It's just dead. Yeah, I mean that is nuts. I don't even have to aim. They just have to be on my screen. Excuse me. Alright, we'll go ahead and do this. Coming down to the end here. Ow. That exploded in my face. Yeah, that auto aim is nuts. Oh, goodness. That was close. We're playing like within real small margins of dying. Because normally I like to put together a build that consists of a lot of damage reduction, and it's kind of necessary, like, once you get into the later stages of the game, or difficulties of the game. You really need to have, like, large amounts of damage reduction, or you just get one shot. But since we're just on Elite, we can kind of play around with a build that's a little more risky to play, and does more damage. Alright, so we are on stage 3. I believe this will be the last stage of... Oh my goodness. Hello. There's the auto crits. Heard you spawn over here, friends. Thanks for coming. Oh my god. Please stop. Thank you. See you next time. Yikes. Is that it? Yes, it is. What is that sound? I have no idea what that is. That's a bug. Something got, like, something stuck in, like, an audio loop. I hope that's not, like, stuck on me. I can hear it, like, what do you call it? Not atmospherically, but, like, oh, man. Like, directionally, I guess. I can hear where it's coming from, so it shouldn't be stuck on me. I think it was something with that lobster, because the lobster fires, like, magma balls or whatever, and I think that's the sound of him, like, charging up. Alright, yeah, it stopped when we went in there, so it'll probably stop when we get to this next area, which should be the boss. Yes, it is. So this boss is actually kind of tough. Depending on what your build's like, you can kind of be on a timer with this boss, because he's got an attack that, for a lack of better words, just covers the entire map in two, like, layers. So you can dodge the first layer and then you can dodge the second layer, but in its entirety they cover the entire map. So this can be kind of tough if you're not ready, or if you're, like, caught off guard when he does that attack. But I like to drop some grenades, and that'll be it. We are absolutely frying with this scalpel. I don't need a glimmering. That's actually technically better, because it has better chance for fire. So we might actually pick that up. We don't really need the piercing flame. Okay, so 120% fire damage and double the damage by burning and combustion, so that's really good. Don't need that. And what'd you give us? Realm of Corrosion. That's fine. So there's 2 exits here. That goes back to the inn. This goes to the final world or stage. This didn't always used to exist. So there's still, like, a soft exit that you can take before entering this. So, like, for the purpose of unlocking new difficulties, or, like, saving your currency, saving your soul essence, you can just go ahead and leave right there. But if you enter this area, if you enter the Jokul Mountain or whatever, the Hyperion Jokul, I don't know, something like that. I'm probably saying it wrong, but anyways, if you enter this area, you have to complete it, or else you lose, you know, you would lose the, I think, the ability to unlock the next level. I think that's the only thing it really restricts you on, because you don't lose your soul essence even if you die. All right, let's reforge. So we want them to share, and then we can level this up again. It's probably just about as high as it's gonna get. And so if you remember, we got the scalpel, I think, yeah, because I had to add the Gemini to it. So we got the scalpel back in stage 2, and we're on stage 4 now, and it's still doing work for us. And it's done, it does more damage than most of the weapons that we've seen. It all comes down to those inscriptions. And having this constant ability to apply corrosion, or decay, I guess, with the grenades, it's so reliable. These little penguins are like the death of me on this in this area. What is next to me? Oh, it's him throwing fish. He's throwing fish bombs. Get out of here. Alright, come on down, monkeys. We've got a vault over there, which is very nice. Boss vault, so that'll give us... should give us another scroll, maybe another golden goblet, and then a couple weapons. Alright, don't need the thunderstorm. We can check out this chest, go grab the vault quick. Search for a scroll. Are you gonna let us? Hello? There it is. Lightning enthusiast. So we already have Shard of Lightning, so... well... oh, wait a minute, but we don't have a way to inflict lightning. So this doesn't matter. Dash cooldowns is nice. Yeah. It costs a lot, but I'm willing to take dash cooldowns. I think dash normally is 3 seconds long. And with the dash cooldown, it brings it down to 1.5 seconds, so. That's quite a few dashes over the course of the game. Got a Thunderous Stalker. So, he splits into a couple of fellas. And if you're not shooting the right one, he will continue to spawn more. There we go. So, like, if you kill one of the clones, he basically just will bring the other one back to him, and he'll spawn 2 more. So you gotta identify which one is actually him. 30% extra weapon damage for every 100 copper you have. So that'd be times 10, right? Yeah. So 1,000 copper. We can hang on to 1,000 copper. Gives us an extra 30% weapon damage. So I don't think that's... it's 148 now. Where is our... where was that? This one, right? Yeah, it's still 148. So this is applied, like, invisibly, I guess you could say. It just gives you a hidden buff to your weapon. Doesn't actually show in the stats. Alright, what do we get? Shield recharge speed. That is buns. It's not very good. But we'll take it because it's free. And it's our only choice. Alright. What do you got, peddler? Okay, we'll take free things. This is still like really tempting at this point, but I don't think it's worth. 5% lucky shot for 3 seconds whenever you hit an enemy, up to 100%. So basically just constant 100%. If we had an ability to keep our mag full, then we might take that. Preemptive strike also isn't really the best for us, because it's only going to give us 1 bullet. That's actually enhanced. So since these all are free, we'll just buy one and then sell it. Ooh. Or not sell it, but basically get our money back for it by recycling it. Oh my god, we are frying. All those spicy red numbers. I like how they change the color of your lucky shots, like as your lucky shot damage goes up. It's very visually pleasing. Are you up there? There you are. Whoops. Oh, you're gonna explode. Get away. We'll hit up the crafter. We'll use 1,200 of our copper, just so that we can stay at that 1,000. And we can earn back the rest. We're pretty close to 1,000, so we'll be able to earn the rest before going into the next stage, which will be the boss fight. There's only 3 stages in this area. No thanks. Enemies don't need shields. We can get rid of that. Got another flying saucer. Ow. No thank you. Everything insta-died because we have auto-aim. Search for a scroll. The faster you're moving, that doesn't do anything for us. Magnetic coil. Well, now having lightning enthusiast would have been kind of nice. We'll do that. Every 6 shot gains damage, 50% weapon damage. So now our weapon just has a ridiculous amount of damage on it. We've already hit well over 1,000 gold or copper, so we're good there. We can actually spend a little bit if we need to, but this is the final boss. It's not going to look like much. I can already say that. We're going to absolutely shred him. But that's just the result of what we've got going here. Sure. Don't need anything else. We'll grab ammo. And we won't reforge because I want to keep that extra damage. And we'll go to the Jade Summit. So this is the final boss currently in the game. And he's a little more unique than some of the other bosses. So basically he goes over to these cylinders and charges up. And he charges that bar underneath him, which he's really not going to have the opportunity to use. Because we are just destroying him. So basically the first, like, he can benefit from like a pool of different abilities. I'll just explain afterwards because he's not going to make it. And that is it. So basically he has like 2 unknown abilities that he can benefit from when he's charging up from those cylinders. So sometimes it's a shield, sometimes I think it's like a berserk mode or like another attack. And I think the other one is his turret. I don't know off the top of my head, but there's a couple that he can pull from. You don't know what they're going to be until he gets them. And then when he jumped in the center there and was just like standing there with his sword in the ground, that's him charging for his second phase. So once you get him down to, I think it's 5% health, he'll do that little animation. And if the timer runs up, that's a pretty cool little animation on his sword still. If the timer runs up when he is sitting there charging it, he'll break one of these crystals and becomes enhanced, and then he just gets really tough to deal with. So, but that is it. Back to the end we go. Jade Summit complete. Highest damage dealt in one shot was 151k. We did 59% of our total damage with the scalpel alone. What, over 15 million damage just with that item, or with that weapon? And some nice soul lessons. We have nothing else to unlock, so that is it. If you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know if you want to see some more of this game. Until next time, we'll catch you. Thanks.